Shout out to the OWS team. That's everybody that's working and watching these sports. UFC was on last night, and guess what? More Holloway, more Maxi Holloway. Great fight last night. Freddie Edgar went out like a champion. My thinking is he may retire. He went out the full 5 rounds, not expected. I thought Holloway would have a knockout, so great performance from Frankie Edgar. The outcome was known. We knew Max was going to win this fight. Sorry to say that. The big fight for me was Chris Cyborg versus Felicia Spencer. Cyborg, I tell you what, I like her in this featherweight division. I think it gives her competition. She did overwhelm Felicia. However, Felicia stood there standing. What a strong girl. Please rewind and watch the fight. What a fight this was. Felicia didn't show enough ground game for me with her size. I think she could have maybe overpowered Cyborg. I know you're saying, well, I thought Cyborg was bullying her. There was a size difference, but I would say Felicia was more of that burly type of size, that offensive lineman, versus like a DE or a tight end and Chris Cyborg. And it was a great fight. Chris Cyborg got a lot of hits, mixed it up, leg kicks, great hooks, straight rights. It was amazing. I still haven't seen one thing from my girl. Chris, she has a great ground and pound, but what about a little bit more wrestling? Has she developed that game? She's never needed it. Can she use that against her nemesis who just beat her, Amanda Nunes? I think that would be the secondary method or weapon she can use to beat Nunes. I think she didn't expect Nunes to have that much power. Nunes is another kind of burly type of girl that has a little bit of weight on her. However, I think this is going to be a great fight for a rematch between Cyborg and Nunes. And Cyborg, at 34 years old, is probably at the tail end of her prime and maybe just sustaining her prime. So this is a good opportunity for her to get a rematch. She needs to do it quick before she gets to 35, 36. And no offense, we've seen what happened to Holly Homer at 37 years old. Looks great, is in shape, but the body is the body at that age and nothing you can do. Next up, Geoff Neely. Hey, Neil looked powerful. Nico Price, hey, I'll pay to watch your fights, baby. You come to fight. Nico came to fight last night, brought it on. Geoff brought it on. It was a great fight, worth the dollars. I like what I see from Geoff. I think he'll go far. He's a very good striker, has very good defensive game. If you thought those hits were hitting him when Nico was going off, it wasn't that much of an effect, and it didn't have that much of an effect because of the boxing defense of Geoff Neal. So really, really great fight from Nico and Geoff. Geoff pulled out the knockout, and I think Nico is definitely an all-around I-want-to-see fighter in the UFC. Next up, a guy that surprised me, Olivier Aubin-Mercier has a physique, but that physique, I think, may be better suited at a higher weighted division. These guys are too fast for him. No impact from Arman Tsarukyan. He was great fighter, great quick right, I think it's either right or left, leg hook. It is so quick. It's almost like a punch. It's beautiful to watch. If you watch that fight, he did very well. Tsarukyan kind of won on points. Really didn't damage him as much as expected, but he came through with the win. Arman, great fight last night from him. And Olivier, I don't know, man. He fought in his hometown or home country. I think he has to move up. He's just not fast enough. He didn't utilize his advantages, which was his weight, his strength, his length. It wasn't utilized, and Arman was just a ball of fire, kept coming, and he won the fight. The last fight, a little bit boring. Marc-Andre Barriault, I would have considered it a draw more so than a win. But Krzysztof Joko pulls it off last night, UFC 240. We had a great fighting night last night. It wasn't too bad again. Geoff Neal, Nico made the night, and Chris Cyborg, Felicia definitely made the night. That was worth the pay-per-view right there. The rest was extra, and Jocko, that first fight was a little bit boring, but I think they probably evenly matched, and these guys are working their way through the division trying to recover from some losses. So good win for Jocko. I thought Marc-Andre fought great as well. I just thought it was a draw. It was a nilf. But they had Jocko for the win. Anyhow, off work. I am out. OWS squad. We about to go into work tomorrow. Let's see what's up for next week. I'm out, baby. Peace.